Sociologists found that while women suffer more than men do after a breakup, that they bounce back better than guys do. They believe that is because women undergo much more self-realization than guys do. And self-realization means different things to different people. But here in the West, it's often interpreted as growth in your social circle, your body, your spirit, and just as important, the aesthetics. Sociologists, they may call it self-realization, but me, I call it reinvention. And we as men, we suck at it, and we often get stuck in the what ifs of the past. If you're watching this, chances are that you try to fix your marriage, that you fought like a fucking warrior and lost. And that's okay. Now it's time to change that mindset of yours from that of victim to that of badass. Remember this, that the sooner that you realize that you're no longer accountable for her, the more empowered you're gonna feel, and the more you're gonna feel in control of your life. Accept your situation no matter how reluctant or scared you are. Expand your social circle by getting out of your comfort zone, but that means very little if your exterior doesn't allow others to see you in a different light. So here are some steps to bring down that agony of yours and begin your road to recovery. Number one is get busy. The paradox of a breakup is that you're left with all this time, leaving you further anxious. You're left torturing yourself as you can't accept the enormity of your circumstances, as you're stuck in your quagmire of pity, self-doubt, and the combination of victimization and guilt. The last thing you need is time to think, because you're not really thinking. Instead, you're reminiscing and you're stuck. You're anxious, and an anxious mind goes to some really dark places. You want to go to a dark place but make it beneficial? Try this exercise. Write down, or better yet, record your worst case scenario 2 years from now. Worst case in 2 years, you're still grieving the relationship, you're lonely, lost your job, let yourself go and have limited relationship with your kids, or still living in your parents' place in what's resembling a dorm room, unkept, out of shape, bitter and angry. Or it could get worse by saving the relationship but living on borrowed time because you're gonna go through this shit 2 years later. Then there's the very worst case of divorce. Men are 2.5 times more likely to commit suicide than married men. I've seen it. Men reaching out to me because they want to bite the bullet at the end of a barrel, and it's terrible. Channel that scenario and use it to your advantage, because fear's a motherfucking motivator. Join our free and confidential Facebook group and put those fears into words, but don't fall into the trap of posting what your ex did to you. Stop being the victim. The longer that you play the victim, the longer that you stay her victim. Stick to writing about your fears rather than her. Now, think of your best case scenario 2 years from now. What will you be? How will you look? Will you be fit? How will you dress, act, grow, and even screw? How do you want to be like in 2 years? Because you've just been given the freedom of reinvention, and that's self-realization. In a survey I did with the same divorce support group I mentioned, 25% of women had cosmetic surgery within 6 months prior to or after their separation. 17% of them had it before their separation, showing you just how calculating they can become. They change their wardrobe, remodel their home, grow their social circle, and work out. And guys, we work out, build something like work on a car and go on vacation, but that's about it. During my separation, I inadvertently did what most females end up doing. They get boob jobs. I got hair transplants. They do retail therapy. So did I. They go to the Bahamas or whatever they do. I went to Nicaragua. They take selfies. They start a YouTube channel. They work out. We work out. They do girly stuff and have spa days. I bought a lot of guy crap and got laid. They take dancing lessons. I went salsa dancing. They do yoga. I meditate. They talk shit. I talk shit. The point is that women, they're doing it right. So my question to you is, what are you willing to do, not next week, not tomorrow, but right now? People say to write things down, but I call bullshit there. You have a fucking phone, record yourself. Each of the guys that I work with, they receive an initial recording of our one-on-one. After I send it to them, I often get comments of the clarity that it gives them, and it checks their state of mind. Set something up. The link is in the comment section, and I'll get you there. Start kicking your own ass by doing HIIT. It's high intensity for a reason, and it's defined as 70 to 90% of your maximum heart rate. It will kick your ass, and if you're relatively young, there is no excuse. Walking, hiking, jogging, that's fine, but it's not going to give you the mental clarity like HIIT does. HIIT is the fastest reducer of your stress hormone, cortisol, and it boosts your mood instantly. HIIT's not a band-aid for stress, it's the cure for stress. Your stress will go down, and you'll notice a change in your body within 2 weeks. HIIT is quick like it only takes 20 minutes a few times a week, and quick in like you'll notice a change in your body right away. Well, then going back to stay with your parents or crashing at a friend's house, keep your environment organized and clean. Staying with a friend for months, pay him back, not just by rent, but by contributing to the house. Offer to paint the room, fix the lighting, change the doorknobs. You're not kissing his ass, you're making yourself useful. Don't let your place get disorganized and dirty. That's a reflection on your mental state and your well-being. When I was single, I had upgraded my house and redecorated my home, thinking that it was gonna be some badass new place. And it was, but not as much as I thought, because most single guys our age, they already have a pretty cool and clean place. Paint, buy plants, add lighting and mirrors, definitely mirrors, to make the house look larger. Cleanliness, it increases endorphins, and decluttering improves focus. Dishwashing, for instance, has been shown to decrease nervousness by 27%. So that shit she complained about you not doing, like cleaning up, fixing things, remodeling, guess what? You're not gonna have to do it, like it or not. Get a new bed and let her keep hers. Rest easy knowing that the guy that whoever she brings into that bed was made by the two of you guys. Keep your sheets white. It'll keep you honest, and keeping them clean and declutter the crap out of your home. Order a dumpster and throw that shit out for it's cathartic. Social media is a bitch. Don't post anything that's gonna go public or you're gonna regret it. But do post under private. Feel comfortable doing that. Only you can see it, and it's as good as the real thing. It also does work as a diary, and it gives you the anniversary of when you wrote something down. That way you can see how much you've improved after a year or so. Block her from social media. I always hear the old excuse that we have kids, but I call bullshit there. Here's the scenario. You're at home, you're feeling sorry for yourself, and under the impulse, you decide that you're going to start looking up your ex. What's she up to? Then you find that she's pictures with other guys and guys that you've never met. Social media is your friend. Go ahead and change your profile picture and cover photo. Do something that's badass, but don't do what most guys do and write something silly or something that's passive aggressive. Just put a picture of you or you and your kids, and that's enough to tell the world that something's up. Don't put separated or divorced on your profile picture either. Just leave it blank. Reach out to old friends on social media. Just look them up and comment on any kind of post that they have. And if they're doing something that you think you'd enjoy, let them know and say something like, bro, that looks like fun. We should hang out sometime. When they respond, just reach out through direct message. You guys were friends for a reason, right? Do this especially if the guys are single, because I can assure you this, that they're going to know a lot more cool places than you know. Do join online dating sites, not for long-term relationships, but to date casually. Lots of guys, they go around saying that you need to find yourself first, to learn about yourself. But my response is, for what? You're out there to have fun, not get married again. But the guys that I work with, I can count on one hand, just one hand, how many guys shouldn't be out there dating. The others, on the other hand, they just wait way too long. Even if you feel you're not ready, still try. You'll find that there's a lot of good quality women out there wanting to meet you. Here's the caveat though. Don't attempt to do this on your own. Use an expert, one who specializes in this, because there are certain profiles that work better than others. Your job is to get this one right and become that 1%. Take advantage of this time because you've just been given an opportunity and you don't want to get it wrong. I've worked with many guys to maximize their profiles, and they usually go from 2 weekly to dozens a week. And believe me when I say I know my shit. So even if you're good looking and muscular, still don't half-ass it. Data shows that the most important aspect of the picture is the quality of the pictures. You may get some 6s, some 7s, but not top tier. And that's what you're after. Expand your social circle, learn something practical, take a community college class on web design, fashion, something on artificial intelligence. Sky's the limit here. I took a course on fashion and fabric, and I would go to the LA garment district regularly just to learn what goes best with what. And in class, I got to learn some pretty cool people too, some college students, because I tell you what, we Generation Xers, we talk a lot of shit about the young ones, but they're ahead of the curve. I learned a lot. Check out sites like meetup.com. Look for local events that take place in your area with like-minded people. Match.com also, they have some really cool gatherings, and you can just mingle with single people. Again, it's about growth. Go shopping, and if you suck at dressing up, don't be ashamed. It's my specialty. 2/3 of guys I ask their wives to dress them, and another poll I did, 42% of men don't dress up because they just don't know how to. This is why you start hanging out with single people, because you need to get ideas and learn some new style. Style's a legacy that our parents didn't leave us with. You need a group, you need a home, and my mission is near and dear to me, helping men move forward and to thrive and to find their masculinity. To give you your money's worth, because after all, I love what I do, and you guys are my livelihood. Use me for a one-on-one as we go virtual shopping or Amazon ideas on what to wear. This outfit, for instance, the suit's from Kohl's, the shirt's from Amazon, so it's relatively inexpensive. But I know it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. It's all comprehensive. What would fit well with your body type and why? Something I do recommend is to start with what you already have and getting your clothing tailored. Even your tees. Point is, enjoy your masculinity by trying on new men's product like cologne, facial scrubs. Trim that fucking beard and balls, and while at it, enjoy becoming more purposeful. People say that time that it heals all wounds, but that's not necessarily true. It's bullshit. It takes work, and you don't want to scar. You want to grow. You want to develop. You want to become better than this. Gentlemen, I know that life didn't end up the way you expected it to. You're hurting. A part of you died. You need help. You need guidance. Begin by organizing your life. Set something up and let's talk. I'll get your ass loving life, almost to the point of thanking her for leaving you. I'll have you thriving. That's my commitment to you. The link is in the comment section underneath. And if you're not ready yet, well, YouTube, they think that you're going to like this video next. Personally, me, I think you're going to like this one. That's why it's on top of my playlist. Click on link in the comment section or either video. Either way, you win. But do something to organize your life. Thank you very much.